Hi guys, my name is Bailey and this is my investigative art project. The object I chose to present for my investigative project is a very subtle yet bold painting of a skull, titled The Monocle, a Gothic revival painting by artist Edward Walton Wilcox, painted in 2010. We now enter a world where conversations, traditions, and cultural value are lost to a new world where people are obsessed with personal goals and materialistic items. As you admire this painting, you see a large skull representing what is left of a person that once held distinct thoughts and sets of concepts, but is now fading away into the dull future of technology. While you continue to observe the painting, you might notice a scene of a beautiful sunset through the monocle held in the right eye. This sunset is a glimpse back on the past, where people were able to put down their smartphones and live in the moment. The monocle symbolizes the fading away of a person as they lose their sense of self to technology, media, and others' opinions. It depicts the evolution of culture, controlled by media, as it washes away social relations and constructs a new future. It does this by the use of dull colors of tans and blacks. The expression of the skull is blank, as of the faces of those lost so far into technology. This piece caught my eye first off when I was in the Tooth and Nail Winery in Paso Robles. The painting was hanging up in the main tasting room. As soon as I saw it, it captivated me. The painting itself is subtle because of the limited color scheme of tans, browns, grays, and blacks, but bold because of its big, detailed structure and miraculous element of the beautiful California sunset in the glasses. I chose this particular skull because it not only caught my eye from across the room, it captivated my thoughts. We as people are curious. This piece made me wonder, and I'm sure it will do the same for many others. This art piece is trying to communicate complex emotions. The first comparative piece I chose is a life-size cast of a human skull. The particular chapter I found this piece in, written by Margaret Lazari and Donna Schelzer in the textbook Exploring Art, A Global Thematic Approach, focuses on the importance of materials. Medium is a huge part of making an artist's piece stronger. Damien Hirst, an artist featured in the textbook Exploring Art, A Global Thematic Approach, is known for his creative use of different kinds of media. A particular piece by Damien Hirst, called For the Love of God, is a life-size cast of a human skull covered with 8,601 real diamonds and human teeth. Skulls often symbolize mortality or the importance of earthly things. Diamonds usually represent a rich and lavish lifestyle. In this piece, there is a stark contrast between what the skull represents because of the use of diamonds. You can note the obvious similarity in both of these pieces because they are both skeleton skulls, but the meaning behind each of them are so very different. The diamond skull represents a rich and full life after death, and the monocle skull has a more realistic representation that there is no life after death, almost as though technology has killed the human race. Another comparative piece is a painting called The Presence of Memory by Salvador Dali. In the book Salvador Dali Masterpieces from the collection of Salvador Dali Museum by Kenneth Watch, I found that Salvador Dali is a huge surrealist painter. He participated in the surrealist movement in Paris in the 1920s and 30s. His artwork was usually focused on the use of color and some sort of distortion. In this piece, The Presence of Memory, the authors Margaret and Donna from the textbook Exploring Art, A Global Thematic Approach, go into depth about dream imagery. This piece is an oil on canvas and shows a very calm, dreamlike scene that depicts an animal fading into the earth as the line between the ground and its body merge together, similar to the depiction of the skull representing the fading between people and technology. On top of this horse-like animal, there's a distorted clock that looks similar to two other clocks in the background on the left-hand side. These clocks are droopy and unreadable. The time era that this piece was painted in was during an era where surrealism was very popular. In the background of this scene, you see a mellow sunset that gives the audience a sense of emptiness, similar to the emptiness of a society based off of social media and the monocle skull portrays. The whole painting has a melting sensation as if everyone around is fading or melting away. The meaning behind this painting is that time is melting away, and the meaning behind the monocle is that time is melting away because of the distraction of technology. According to the author of an article titled Sunsets, a Canadian family physician, Roger, goes into depth about how each one of us are comparable to a sunset. He says that some of us are like colors that sunsets create in the sky, passionate and glowing, while others hide beneath the clouds, shy and timid. Roger believes that no matter who you are and no matter where you are in life, we will all disappear behind the horizon at some point. No one knows when, but we all know that the sunset is inevitable. Admiring the monocle as a whole is something that quickly caught my eye was the beautiful sunset and the right lens of the skull's monocle. Edward created an example of exactly what Roger talks about in this article. He does so through his piece by using the title of his piece. The title yelps out that he wants to catch the viewer's eye, focusing on the small part of the painting, the beautiful sunset. His artwork is telling the viewer that even after you are deceased, there is still a beautiful form of life where you can still see sunsets. Edward leaves the sunset and the monocle colorless so the viewer can imagine all the vibrant glowing reds, oranges, and pinks of the most beautiful sunset you've ever seen. In conclusion, the monocle is a painting depicting the blur of people's everyday lives as we become more and more reliant and addicted to technology and others' opinions. Choosing to live in the moment and set down your smartphones and laptops is an issue everyone struggles with. We are all adjusting to this new society, and I hope you appreciate Edward's use of iconography through his art piece, The Monocle. Thank you for listening, and here's a list of the sources used throughout my video.